Hello everyone, I am Rahul Chandelia, and in this next lecture of IoT we will continue our discussion regarding the various challenges of the IoT. In the last lecture we have discussed the design challenges in the IoT system. In this lecture we will discuss the security challenges of the IoT system. This is very important. In fact, even in while designing, we have seen by considering various issues we are focusing on the security point of uh, view in every aspect. Now, so why security is challenges is very important in the IoT system. Device or node endpoint physical security. The first we have to ensure how uh, the nodes are our secure. These nodes devices are basically, as we have seen, it's low computational resources, has low computational resources, has lower RAM or ROM, so we cannot implement some say sophisticated security software. As the IoT nodes are very easily accessible in open environment, they have the possibility to be tampered or cloned. To prevent this tamper-resistant hardware should be provided for these nodes. Even if a node is tampered or compromised, there should be enough resiliency so that other nodes remain unaffected. Upon detection of a node being tampered, future communication with the node might be blocked to prevent further information loss. In the extreme case, the node may be needed to flush all data remotely so that the critical data are by no means accessed by illegal malicious nodes. Cloning of nodes can be prevented by allowing no access to its memory or crypto information from external resources. Next is the bootstrapping setup security. While the process of latching onto a network in the strapping phase, the cipher and other critical information in the node should be kept secret. Uh, Latching means when we are attaching say new nodes into the network, so we have to decipher content that is key we use to encrypt data should be kept secret. Typical cryptographic information include pre-shared keys and other private keys must not be compromised or stolen. After the bootstrapping phase is done safely, the device may participate in establishing shared keys. Authentication access. Next important point is authentication, access control, and accounting. Before any node communicates with a server, it should properly authenticate itself using certificates that is like SSL certificate as well as uh, just destination node to prevent open access to node data. Also, justified authorization and access control rules are to be implemented on these nodes to limit them from super-user access. At the end, detailed accounting information of the transactions should be logged. This way, it will prevent to get exploited from spoofing, repudiation, and privilege elevation attack. Next important factor is data transmission and storage security. So, how data transmission and storage should be designed or implemented so that we have full back security feature in our IoT system. Data while being transmitted over the network should be made secure by using the lightweight crypto algorithm tailored for these resources constrained networks. Symmetric key encryption are faster, but PKI infrastructure, uh, though being slow, allow dynamic key generation and distribution. For integrated integrity checks to prevent against MITM attacks, lightweight hashes and integrity check codes may be used. Since nodes have very less memory, they can't store huge amounts of data or are capable of doing huge computation and thus offloading boundaries or servers. Stored data should be properly signed and encrypted so that they are genuine data and not readable by anonymous entities. Next is the proxy security. Proxy become a major target because the data are transferred from one form to another. This bridging infrastructure is thus expected to provide decent transport level security by implementing something like a secure DTLS over 6LoWPAN on the FAN side and TLS on the Ethernet side. Secure interfaces and mechanisms of secure transit are required. Application level security can be built in addition to transport layer security depending on capability of the hardware. Also, cookie or nonce based mechanisms should be implemented to guard them against improper resource allocation and DOS attacks. Highly trusted based systems are to work in these middle nodes and proxies. Then we have network and routing security. The data while leaving a constant network and being routed to web from router needs to be secure. Data in transit in the network backbone should also be prevented from the malicious activities. Corresponding encryption and integrity checks need to be implemented to guard against eavesdropping and data distortion attacks. Intrusion detection systems are essential to detect when a network has been adversely attacked and compromised by an attacker. Meanwhile, corresponding prevention and rollback algorithms should be implemented to prevent the overall network of further damage. Also, the affected nodes should be isolated and investigated for the security breach. Multi-layer security. Higher level protocol like DTLS, IPsec, etc. provide E2E that is S2H security, but low power devices latching with gateway might run on 6LoWPAN and they in their network might need to adapt 802.15 for link security. So the protocol stack should be flexible and accustomed with multiple security solutions while still maintaining the normal security required. So the common security measures are to avoid USS attacks. Stateless protocol would be sustainable alternative, that is, the loss due to spoofing can be limited by reducing the trust relationships, deep packet inspection, and use anti-spoofing technique. Deep packet inspection means that gaining the information what kind of data are being transmitted. Parties involved in MITM attacks should be guarded by using certificate authentication like SSL certification. We have Let's Encrypt for free and open encryption. Wherever possible, and message integrity check using MAC and should be used. Software security like firewalls, IDS, context-aware security measures, and deep packet inspection techniques should be applied. Antivirus and anti-spamware need to be deployed. Also, application-based web security protocols are valuable. Possible modifications are to be applied on existing protocol to suit them in LN and also non-IP-based systems. Encryption, authentication, integrity, and anti-replay non-repudiation, which stand as the basic mechanisms for the security, needs to be applied correspondingly but in a lightweight fashion to protect against the attack. So these are the higher, say, whole security. Where this is the whole IoT system, and from here at different level, what we should implement, what security mechanism we should implement to make whole IoT system safer. We can see They are for unconstrained network, that is on the higher side, and there is a constant network that is on the lower side, that is our end node. We have different security channels from different layers. Now let's also discuss the other challenges apart from this security and design challenge. The global cooperation. The IoT can be claimed in the Chinese notation of sensing planet as original as. So there are for different countries are taking IoT in a different way. They are using in a different way. They have a different business plans. So global consensus is difficult to make on the IoT on this technology. So let's say the IoT can be claimed in Chinese use of sensing planet as original as any other visual available. It is able to integrate IoT fully into its technical architecture for future internet. A stakeholder approach in the EU, that is European Union, that favor public-private partnerships and vertical investment through 4-year program plans. The approach until now aims to bring a broad adoption of potentially privacy invading and business disruptive IoT as a set of applications. An opportunity investment approach in the US that is driven by short to mid-term return on the investment. It is pushed by smart energy, smart steel, and RFID fuel by Department of Defense and Walmart. So we have take example of three main countries, Chinese, which are using the IoT in a full swing without thinking, in fact, any security or any other parts. European Union is taking it very carefully, while the US it is run by basically a market force. Business models, new currencies in IoT and trust. IoT will lead new process and innovation business models. One model could be based on the idea of borrowing and lending objects instead of buying them. A key area of research lies in building procedures and protocols for decision making them and that are not based on premise of speed. So like idea of borrowing and lending objects. So because we have many products that we do not use continuously, and therefore using the IoT system we can easily lend if we bought we can easily lend these small devices. A key area of research lies in the building procedure and protocol for decision making that are not based on the premise of speed. In a real-time world, there is no longer gain being the first to have the data. Instead, the Internet of Things favors a daily situation of fully traceability. There is so much contextual information about what you are wearing, this jacket or this pair of jeans, that neither customer nor the merchant required a point of sale, point of transaction as a closer. And yet, closure is of great importance to us human beings as it signals the right kind of feedback in the procedure, enhancing level of trust. It may be the case that IoT will favor a situation where different forms of currencies, standards of banking and money will exist together. Ethics control society's surveillance, consent and data-driven life. Privacy was named by the originator of Ubicom, Mark Wissel, the late chief scientist at Zillow as key issue. Privacy is a key challenge that people may have about living in a future connected environment. Privacy enhancing technology (PET) is a partial solution. The privacy codes produced by the Small Dutch Consortium RFID Expert is an application running on the mobile phone that supports customers making privacy decisions when confronted with the RFID tags. Finding the perfect balance between top-down planning and the bottom-up innovation. IoT applications should be aimed to help the current institution and public bodies to transform peacefully into a network model of open data, direct feedback on where money goes, participatory budgeting model, the 25% of innovations in your street and neighborhood. IoT could be extremely relevant in making direct feedback visible in the street and city furniture and mobile applications. The Internet of Things can be a layer of data open to all through which individuals can decide for themselves what they are willing to pay for, get direct feedback from their voluntary donations, coordinate community spending that has direct bearing to their needs to participatory budgeting. This is the end of this lecture, and also this is the end of this unit.